Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the preacher and the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brink of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go? Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. It's the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Canton Ice House here in Canton, Massachusetts. It's the Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 16U squad taking on the NAHA Winterhawks. Your starting lineup for Coach Ellie's squad: Charlotte Lee, the pride of Quebec, Eva Belanger, Siri Bolding on right wing. Blue liners are going to be Josie Vernig and Gianna Monaco. Number 30, Addie Hoppy in the net. 17 minutes on the clock to get this contest underway. The referee having some last-minute instructions. Belanger on the draw, won by the Winterhawks. Pulled back at the far side, going up the boards, punched in by Gianna, and knocked off the puck is going to be Siri Bowling, picking it back up on the far side in front of the Sabre benches. In the left wing corner, Gianna going to work. Sends it over to Vernig. Vernig behind the net of Hoppy here to the near side, pushing it up towards Charlotte Lee, cut off by the Winterhawks. Belanger knocked it loose back behind the net for G. G going to curl around here to the near side on her forehand. Hits. Going to be Belanger trying to drag it forward to neutral ice. She pops it loose off the Winterhawks stick. Picked back by NAHA. Going to bash it into his own right wing corner. Down behind the net of Hoppy. Collected by number 8, G on the right wing corner. Swinging over right to left on the far side for Bolding. Kept in by the Winterhawks. Cut off by G. Picked up by Siri. Siri left wing hash marks. Hits Belanger. Belanger makes a toe drag at the blue line. Has Lee breaking. Lee chips it inside the NAHA zone in the right wing corner. Picked up by the defender of the Winterhawks. And it's swung over here right to left here to the near side for Belanger in the left wing corner. Belanger, sorry, pass for Conklin. Blocked by the NAHA goal defender. In the right wing corner it goes for Matea. She's knocked off the puck, and the Winterhawks pick up the loose change. Off the skates of Thomasina Cinquino, better known as Tommy C to her fans. Here to the near side for Patak and Cinquino on the offensive side of it. Kept in by Hall and directed to the right wing corner by the goaltender. Right swing half bars out towards the NAHA Winterhawks benches. Cut off here by number 15 Conklin. Thrown back behind the net for Cinquino. Cinquino going to work. Right to left here underneath the net. Coming in is Patak. Cinquino and Patak behind the net. Coming in is Conklin now to pick up the loose change by the Zandors. Out to the point for Hall. Hall, right side for Krushelnyski, firing a one-timer and a save by the goaltender of the Winterhawks at 13:34 to go here in period number 1. The Sabres dressed in their away maroon jerseys with black along the shoulder pads, a white piping stripe around that. They're going to have white and black piping around the armbands, waist, and socks. Shells are going to be black, along with helmets and gloves with maroon trim. The NAHA Winterhawks look like the Chicago Blackhawks, but instead of a black stripe, it'll be navy blue. So they're wearing their home whites with the navy blue red striping around the armbands, waist, and socks. Shells are going to be navy blue with a vertical white and red stripe. Behind the net here to the near side is going to be Patak picking it up. Patak behind the net. She's tinned in by 2. Here comes Brooklyn Ligda on the forecheck along with Elena Monaco. Out to the left point out of the zone. It's going to be collected by Pape. Big number 18, Emma, goes D to G. G pulls it back over to Emma. Pape up here to the near side. Right across the blue line of the Sabres, gets the center, throws it in off the shin guards of NAHA, cut off by Monaco. It's Elena, that is. The one-man wrecking crew to Ligda. Ligda over to Pape. Pape left point fires a shot and is scooped up by the goaltender as Elena comes in for the second look opportunity, but the netminder of NAHA not allowing any second chances. 12:50 to go here in period number 1, and the Sabres complete the line change. It'll be Field at center along with Monaco and Ligda flanking left and right up front. It'll be Vernig and Hall on D. Face off 1 to Vernig. Vernig, left point. Goes over to Hall. Hall going to come out of the zone. She's going to have to regroup it. Tries the spin back pass. Going to have to hang on as she kind of fanned on it. Back in the hands of Vernig. Vernig forward towards Field. Monaco in support. Here comes Ligda on the forecheck. Cut off by Field right in front of the top left circle. Field heads to the slot. Fires a shot. Wide left. Here to the near corner. Picked up by the one-man wrecking crew. She hangs on to it. Nobody on her now. Cuts back. Dumps it down low for Ligda. Centering pass. It's knocked away by NAHA on the far side. They're going to collect it. Chipped it out towards Field. Swung it just underneath Monaco. Picked up by Vernig. Puck is loose here to the near side. Vernig gets back on it. She's going to drop it back for Hall. Hall to the far side for Ligda. Ligda trying to split it up to Molnar. Molnar left side fires a shot. Pad saved by the goaltender. I thought that was offsides, folks, but it was kept called no offsides. Picked up by Juliana Golden now, who makes her way out on the ice. Coming in is going to be Dylan King along with Golden. In the right wing corner for Molnar. Pinching in hard is going to be Hall. Vernig backs up out in the neutral zone. Knocked down by Hall just in front of the blue line. Chipping it over here to the near side. Little knuckle puck action. Left wing hash marks for Golden at 11:48. Golden carrying it behind the net. Left to right, far side. Molnar setting up shot in front of that along with King. And throws it here behind the net. Pinching in hard. Left wing hash marks is Hall. Hall takes the girl down, falling on it. Picking it up is going to be NAHA. They come out left wing face off dot. The forward trying to push it up out of the zone towards Molnar. Back checking is Hall. Off the stick of King. Collected by Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski up to Molnar. She's 1-on-4 and she's going to backhand it into the zone. Little John Wilson style dump in into the left wing corner. Golden on the forecheck now. Off the stick of NAHA. That's going to go all the way down for an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 11:17 to go here in period number 1. Face-off goes to the left wing circle. Out there now for the Sabres is going to be Lee along with Belanger and Bolding. Krushelnyski and Pape on the blue line from left to right. Face-off 1, Cleveland and Jaden. Krushelnyski sends it in the corner, looking to hit Bolding. Bolding try to spin it back to Belanger. Belanger collects, right wing corner. She comes around, top of the right circle, sends it over to Krushelnyski, left point. Krushelnyski fires one low. Wide left, hit off the back of the end boards. And picked up by Bolding here in the left wing corner. Bolding left wing hash marks now. Out to the top of the slot, comes across, looks to fire, fires the shot. Blocker, Sarah, glove save. Chipped forward by Lee. She gets tripped up in front of the blue paint. Down behind the net, Winterhawks try to clear it out far side, past the skates of Pape. And that puck's going to slide down. No icing will get waved off. It'll be Krushelnyski in a foot race here. Krushelnyski chips it behind Hoppy here to the near side for Pape, but it's picked up by the Winterhawks first. As Charlotte Lee gets on the offensive side of it down by the hash marks. Puck is loose down low for Belanger. Belanger out to the left point, sliding out of the zone into the hands of the Winterhawks, who are looking to regroup in front of their own blue line. Chip pass Lee here to the near side. Number 19, the Winterhawks going to work on the far side against Belanger. Little chip forward, picked up here by Vernig. Vernig left wing corner, fakes right, or fakes left, goes right. Sends it behind the net here to the near side for Pape. Pape out to Lee. Lee chips it out of his own. Belanger tries to swat at it. Cut off by the Winterhawks as the puck is neutral. And it's going to be 3-on-3 the other way. Make it 4-on-3. And Matea Conklin joins the fray as the puck heads in the left wing corner for Vernig. 10:06 to go here in the first. Winterhawks try to send one pass. Blocked by Pape. Smothered by Hoppy at 10:01 to here go in the first. Then an offensive zone face-off for the Winterhawks. Sabres go for the little bit of the line change here. It's not a wholesale change. There must have been some changes made out there. But out there now is going to be Tommy C in the slot with MC. So TC and MC sandwiching Gianna Monaco. And at center will be Nora Patak. And on the half wall will be Josie Vernig. Going to be Patak at center, just in front of Hoppy in the right wing center. First face off one for Vernig. Vernig behind the net, underneath for G. G behind the net of Hoppy. Picks it up, goes to Vernig. Vernig tips one over towards Cinquino off the skates. The referee get out of the way, strike for Cinquino. Sends it down, it's tipped. No icing as it heads in the left wing corner. It's going to be Conklin on the forecheck. She gets to it first. Patak in support. Tommy C, bottom left circle coming in as a 3-on-3 battle. Now she backs out, picked up by Patak. Patak to Conklin. Conklin tries to drive the net, smothered by 2. Puck is loose behind the net. Patak tries to wrap around, saved by the goaltender of NAHA. Winterhawks trying to get it out of zone, cut off by Cinquino. Puck is loose, Patak lost her twig. Chopped free by Hall. Hall and Monaco on D. Monaco goes for the line change now. It'll be Tommy C. He got a broken stick there, picked up in front of that. Firing a shot is going to be Field. Puck is made a save by NAHA here to the near side. Chip past Ligda and all the way out at center for Hall. Andy Hall pulls it back in front of the Sabre line. Curling around here to the near side. Bounces one forward trying to hit Ligda. And it's cut off by the Winterhawks who throw it right back in the hands of Hall, who goes D to D for Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski to Monaco. Monaco backhands one in the zone. It's Elena on the forecheck, getting the inside position. Here comes Elena down on the half wall end boards. Coming in is going to be Ligda and Field. Monaco battling it out, a 2-on-2 with Ligda. Ligda trying to drag it over to the right corner now. She's pinned in. Monaco gets on the defensive side of it, trying to dig it out of the boards. Here comes Field to join the fray. She grabs it, and on the right side, she goes to the point for Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski walks the line like Johnny Cash. Fires a shot, tipped by Monaco and Ligda in the left wing corner, collected by the Winterhawks all the way out to the point for Hall. Hall tried to send one back down low. Bouncy puck collected by the Winterhawks, and here they're coming out of the zone. It's going to be Ligda picking a pocket. Robbed her in broad daylight, folks. Somebody call the cops. On the far side, it's going to be Monaco, pinned her in along with Ligda, thrown into the zone by the Winterhawks. Puck's going to slide all the way down into the right wing corner for the Winterhawks D. Going to stretch the ice out here to center. Tipped forward by the Winterhawks in the hands of Pate. Pate pushing it up the ice, trying to hit Molnar. Intercepted by Winterhawks. Puck is loose for Golden and Field, or King rather. Juliana, top left circle, comes across the line, fires a shot. Shrug save into the left wing corner by the netminder. King gets on it, pushing it out towards the blue line is going to be the Winterhawks, thrown all the way towards the Sabre benches. Collected by Gianna Monaco. G goes D to D to Pape. Pape here in front, right wing circle. Pushes one out of the zone for Field. King to Molnar. Molnar towards Golden. Winterhawks cut it off. King just high sticks the girl, no call. Back in the hands of the Winterhawks at center. King tried to get a piece of it, and it's slowed up by the Winterhawks inside the zone towards Pape. Pape down behind the goal line of Hoppy. Releasing towards Gianna. Gianna got to pop it loose left wing corner. Blows it tired. Picked up by King. King curls back around. Left wing corner over to G. G slams one off the back of the skates of the forward there. And it's Gianna versus 2. She picks it back up, hits Golden on the far side. Golden going to send one down. That's going to slide for an icing, but it flows up. Must have hit some snow in front of the benches, slowly trickling. No icing. It's waved off. Golden on the forecheck now. Golden just runs into the girl there, and puck is loose. Top of the right circle, heads towards the net. Winterhawks regrouping up here to the near side. Heads it towards Vernig and going to carry it inside the zone, sent towards Hoppy. We've got a neck guard laying on the ice there in front of the blue line. Hoppy smothers it at 7:10 to go here in period number 1. And we're going to get a whistle and an offensive zone face-off for the Winterhawks. Face-off goes into the right wing circle. It'll be Belanger on your draw. In the slot will be Charlotte Lee and Siri Bowling. Vernig on the half wall. Your other defender most likely looks like Andy Hall. Can't see a jersey number there. Winterhawks forward got to put her neck guard back on as we make this face-off to the left of Hoppy. She's got to get off the ice now. The referee says send somebody else out as her neck guard came off. Number 19 exchanging for 81 as she makes her way down to left wing hash marks in the slot. Oh, now she goes over to the half wall. She's going to take your draw, actually. So it is Hall and Charlotte Lee stacked in the I formation in front of Hoppy. Top of the right, so here to the near side, Belanger with a toe drag, chips it forward towards Lee. Lee at center going to send one towards the net. And it's going to be picked up by the tendy, and the Winterhawks going to smother Belanger coming for the second look there, hoping the goaltender didn't get it all covered at 6:59 to go here in the first. So an offensive zone face-off for the Maroon Marauders as they head to the right wing circle. It'll be Belanger in your draw, Lee in the slot, Bolding on the half wall, Vernig and Hall on D from left to right. Vernig high left point there in front of that Winterhawk blue line. And out of the zone it goes right into her hands. Looking like a baseball player there, in great position, didn't have to move much. Vernig up there towards Lee. Lee going to chip one in. And it's cut off by the Winterhawks. Popped loose by Lee. Picked up by Bolding. Bolding tried to get it back to Lee in the slot. Collected by Vernig. Vernig walks it down the backhand forehand. Fires a shot blocked by the Winterhawks D. Head towards the blue paint. Chop free for Vernig. Vernig fires another one. Shot blocked by Winterhawks. Back to Lee. Lee left face off that. Fires a shot. Wide left. Bringing it around to the far side for Hall. Hall picking it up. Bounces out towards the blue lines. Or to the middle. Goes to Vernig. Vernig to Hall. One-timer Clapper. Rebound into the right wing corner. Directed by the tendy of Winterhawks. Picked back up by Lee on the rebound. Lee underneath the net for Belanger. Have a Belanger here to the near side, try to cycle it down low for Lee. Winterhawks doing a nice job of tangling her up. but it's picked back up by Lee as that puck slid towards the blue line. Back down behind the net. Winterhawks controlling left to right on the far side. Cuts around Boulding. Makes a move around Belanger, but it's off the skates of Lee. Picked back up by Charlotte, who tries to fire one. Shot blocked by the Winterhawks defender. Belanger tries to grab one. Firing a shot. Rebound out here. It's going to be Belanger. Boulding over to Lee. Back to Vernig. Vernig fires one off the stick of the defender. Over the netting. Out of play into the rafters. That puck didn't even come down above the sign there for Curry College. This is the home of the Curry College Colonels. As you can see there, just above the net to the left, some ECAC Ice Hockey Champion banners, NCAA appearance banners. And we're going to get a wholesale change for the Sabres out there now to be Tommy C, Patak, and MC up front. Pape and Krushelnyski on D. Patak on your draw. Coming in is going to be Conklin. Cinquino now curling around to the far side. Defender hits the brakes, tries to cut back here to the near side. Chip past Conklin. Touch forward. Top of the circle will be 2-on-2 in front of Pape. Chip past Pape all the way into the right wing corner to be collected by Jaden Krushelnyski, who heads out right to left with a little bit of speed, but she's cut off by the Winterhawks. Centering pass up front. Trying to break it up is going to be Cinquino. Puck is loose for Patak here to the near side. Patak to TC. TC over to MC. MC inside the corner. Top of the right shoulder. Comes out right wing. Hashbergs. Tried to center and pass. Tied up by the NAHA defenders. Picked back up by Conklin. Conklin to Pape. Pape over to Krushelnyski. Fires a tip by Patak. Smothered by the Winterhawks goaltender at 5:18 to go here in the first. And the goalie for NAHA, number 30, doing a fantastic job controlling rebounds, not allowing the Sabres to get second looks. Cinquino heads to the slot, Conklin on the half wall, and Patak at center. Blue Liners are still Pape and Krushelnyski left to right. And Patak on your draw. Face off in the right wing circle, won by the Winterhawks, chipped into the corner, coming down is Conklin. Patak on the defensive side of it, pushed up the boards, MC controlling, over to Krushelnyski. Fires one from the right point. Tipped by NAHA into the left wing corner, collected by Tommy Cinquino. Tommy C. Out to Pape. Pape fires a one-timer. And a wide left behind the net, bouncing out to the right wing corner for Patak. Patak dragging it to the forehand. Cycles it down low for Conklin. Winterhawks coming in, put Mate onto the boards. Sent forward by Patak. Picked up by Cinquino on the slot, but it's muscled out here by NAHA. The Winterhawks here to their side. Cut off by Pape at center. Pape throws it right back on the boards for TC. Cinquino sends one in. Tommy Little Five going for the change now. Here comes Brooklyn Ligda along with Johnson Field on the forecheck. And Elena, the one-man wrecking crew, Monaco. It's Krushelnyski and Gianna on the blue line. It's going to be G down on the left wing corner, chipping it to the far side for Ligda. Ligda, left wing hash marks now. Cut off by two. Puck is loose for G. G going to collect it, sends it over here to JK. Krushelnyski to Monaco. Monaco bounces one towards Field. Field pushing it up. It's going to be Field and Ligda, 2-on-1. Field left side, try to saucer pass. Knocked away by the Winterhawks. Coming in, Monaco knocks it free. Back to Field. Field, bottom left circle, looking for Ligda, high slot. Out to Gianna, left point. G makes the move, sends it over to the far side. Firing a shot as Vernig, kind of fanned on it, didn't get all she wanted. Vernig sends it back down low. Going to be Ligda tied up in a board battle. Here comes Elena now. Comes streaking in hard, trying to dig that one out. She does. Right side, sends it over the point for Vernig. Josie walks the line like Johnny Cash, now moves in, fires one low. Tip forward, we're going to shot the goal. It's going to be Elena Monaco, Sabres goal! That was tipped in from the point. Let's see the replay, folks. It went from Monaco to Vernig. Vernig walking it in, fires a shot, and it was tipped by Elena. And that is going to be a Sabres goal at 3:52 here in the first period. So give Monaco the credit, Vernig the assist, and the Sabres are leading 1-0. Your lineup out there now is going to be Molnar, King, and Golden. Your blue liners are going to be Hall and Krushelnyski. Referee having some words for Molnar and her counterpart. It's King on the draw, won by the Winterhawks. They're going to pull it back in front of their own blue line and regrouping. Tip past Hall, puck's going to go all the way down in the right wing corner. Krushelnyski having to go to work. Krushelnyski sends it up off the boards to Molnar. Picked up by the Winterhawks, about 10 feet inside the blue line. Right wing corner, hash marks here to the near side, out towards Molnar. In case you didn't know it, if you're listening on the radio, and I didn't mention it earlier, the Sabres are working from right to left if you're on the radio. Penalty boxes are here right in front of us, and the benches are on the far side. It's going to be Golden across the Winterhawks line. High slot fires a shot off the shin guards, knuckling in the right corner of the Winterhawks, collected by Golden, who sends one off the chest protector of King. Popped loose by the Winterhawks towards Krushelnyski. She stuffs it at the skates as she seals up the wall. Sends it back down low for Golden. Golden with a nice underneath route there, puck protection style, right wing corner. It's going to be Juliana Byron Lonesome. Here comes Eva Belanger along with Charlotte Lee, stacked up on the hot wall, out to the point. It's going to be held up for Golden. Golden over to Pape. Pape walks in, fires one, and a save by the Tendy. No rebound given at 2:54 here in period number 1. Defensive change, at least half of it anyway. And the Sabres go for the right wing change as well. It's going to be Belanger heads to the slot. Charlotte Lee going to take your draw. Bolding on the half wall. It'll be Pape and G on D. In the right wing corner, Winterhawks controlling. Right to left behind their net. Coming in is Belanger. Belanger blocks the breakout pass. Bottom left circle for Bolding. 3 Sabres into that left wing corner now. It's be picked up by Belanger, who makes a move out top of the left circle now. Dragging it over to the right point for G. G walks it in, sends it over to Pape. Bouncing puck picked up here by the Winterhawks as it was out of the reaching hand, split between Bolding and Pape. Into the right wing corner is going to be Gianna going to work. Gianna behind the net now, right to left, hits the brakes, drops it here to the near side for Pape. Pape up the bouncing puck, loose, picked up by Winterhawks. We're going to throw it right back in the right wing corner for G. G slams one here towards Lee. Lee tries a stick check. Loose change collected by Belanger. And Belanger sends over to Pape in the left wing corner. Belanger, Pape, up boards towards Bolding. Kept in by the Winterhawks. Back to Pape. Pape sends one forward to Belanger. It's going to be 2-on-2. Belanger, top right circle, toe drag release, fires a shot. Puck's going to slide in. It's going to be a Belanger goal as it knuckled through the legs of the goaltender at 2:01 to go here in the period. That'll be Pape to Belanger at 2:01 remaining here in period number 1. Didn't think that one was going to knuckle through, folks. Tendy of NAHA doing a fantastic job so far of not giving up much in the rebound department. That one just trickled through her legs. Out there now will be Cinquino, Patak, and Conklin. The referee having words for Matea and her counterpart. And it's going to be Vernig and Hall. Hall sends one forward, bounces off the shin guards of Winterhawks, but it's picked up by Patak and then knocked free by NAHA. And it's sent back down to the right wing corner behind Hoppy. Hoppy slows it up for Hall. Hall right to left, cycles it back down low for Vernig. Vernig hits the brakes behind Hoppy, reverses the ice out past Cinquino. Sent forward, it's going to be Conklin in a foot race. Matea coming in. Knocked free by the Winterhawks, left wing side. Conklin still harassing. Cinquino comes in on the defensive side of it. Winterhawks drops it for Conklin. Conklin fires a shot. Blocker saved by the goaltender. Back behind the net for MC. She's trying to kick it off the back of the net. Puck is loose here to the near side. We're going to get a whistle as they call it a dead puck at 1:27 to go here in the first. And a face-off into the left wing circle. The Sabres complete a line change up front. It'll be Ligda and the one-man wrecking crew flanking Field. Vernig and Hall on D left to right. Ligda in the slot. Elena on the half wall. Field going to take your face-off. Referee having some words here for Field. Face-off won by the Winterhawks. Harassed by Monaco. Monaco got to put her in wall by the Zamdors. Coming in as Field on the defensive side of it now. 2-on-2, 50-50 battle. Monaco getting back on spin on the other side of Field. Puck is loose for the Winterhawks. Tied up by Monaco once again. Field comes away with the battle win. Down low, picked back up by Monaco, and Field still battling it out as maybe that 2-on-2. Ligda comes in to join the fray now. Nice battle going here along the half wall. Field picks it back up. Monaco gets on the defensive side of it, and Field sends one towards the net. It'll be smothered by number 30 of Winterhawks. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off for the Sabres. Defensive change now from Coach Ellie. It'll be Pape and Krushelnyski. Number 18, left D. Jaden Krushelnyski, number 4, head of the slot in the I formation behind Ligda. Field on your draw towards Monaco, won by NAHA. Harassing as Monaco just going all over the defender and the right corner. And we're going to get a penalty now as the coach from NAHA was yelling about that's a hold, and the referee from the left, from the far side, makes the call after he got hollered at by the coach. Monaco touches it up, and she will head to the sin bin at 39.8 seconds to go here in the period. So Elena Monaco has a goal and a penalty here in the first period. She only needs the assist, and she has the youth hockey Gordie Howe hat trick in this contest. 39.8 seconds to go here in the period, and we are shorthanded. This penalty kill brought to you by Classic Packaging of Northbrook, Illinois. Classic Packaging. You can't have a penalty without a box. Your shorthanded goal scorers out there now are going to be Charlotte Lee along with Matea Conklin. Blue liners are going to be Pape and Hall. 27 seconds to go. There was 2 minutes on that Classic Packaging PK. I've got Andy Hall, folks. That's going to be Jaden Krushelnyski. All the way down in the left wing corner on the far side here, or near side, but behind the netminder of the Winterhawks. Lee stops in front of the blue paint. forcing the Winterhawks to drop it back, and here they're coming up the ice. Across their own blue line towards Conklin, gets the center now in front of the Sabre lines. Conklin takes it off the puck and goes down herself, drops it down for Pape. Pape slams one off the end boards to Krushelnyski 2 seconds to go. Krushelnyski clears into the glove of the Winterhawks, and out of play it goes as the end of the first period horn sounds. So at the end of one, it's going to be the Shattuck St. Mary's Sabres 2 and the NAHA Winterhawks 0 as we head to our first intermission. This first intermission brought to you by Villaggio Italian Ristorante in Roselle, Illinois. Villaggio is voted the #1 Italian restaurant in Roselle by me and Rocky. Stop in and see Berto, Edgar, Hugo, Brenda. Tell them I said hi, folks. Enjoy the intermission. Welcome back, folks, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready for some second period hockey. Your starting lineup for the second period is going to be Molnar and King up front, Monaco and Vernig on D, and there's 15 minutes to get this contest started back in the second period as Addie Hoppy still has the net for the Sabres. This is a classic packaging PK. Classic packaging of Northbrook, Illinois. Classic packaging. You can't have a penalty without a box. Falling down the blue line is going to be the defender of the Winterhawks. It's going to be Molnar along with King in a 2-on-1. With 20 seconds to go on this classic packaging PK. Molnar throws it behind the net. Winterhawks going to cycle it back down low. And here they're coming on the breakout towards King. Cross ice pass. Molnar goes for the line change. In front of Vernig. Top of the right circle. Here comes Brooklyn Ligda to join the battle. Into the right wing corner for Vernig. Picked up by the Winterhawks. 4 seconds remaining on that classic packaging PK. And you guessed it, we are even strength. Knocked up the puck by Gianna. Nice body play there by G. Tripped up his Ligda. No call on the trip. I know we're going to get it. Actually, we are going to get it all the way out at the right side to right out of frame. The referee calls the tripping. You would have thought it would have been the guy inside the zone that would have called that one. But so far, tripping will be the call, and it'll be 14:01 to go here in the second. And number 38 headed to the sin bin for the trip. And the Sabres are headed to the power play. This power play brought to you by Big Sammy's Hot Dogs. Remember what Big Sammy says. Eat more hot dogs. Now serving 2 locations, one in Elk Grove, one in Elgin. Try the mozzarella logs, folks. They're fantastic. Your power play unit out there now is going to be Belanger. Left point fires a shot. Rebounded here to the near side. Going to be collected by Hall. Hall sends it into the corner for Krushelnyski. Back to Hall. Top of the circle. Fires a clapper. Blocker. Save down front for Liam Belanger. Back in the hands of Krushelnyski. Fires a shot and saved by number 30 of the Winterhawks at 13:38 to go here in the period. 1:07 to go on that Big Sammy's power play. So as I was saying, your power play unit out there now will be Conklin, Krushelnyski, Lee, Hall, and the pride of Quebec, Eva Belanger. Belanger, right wing hash marks. Lee going to take your draw. Krushelnyski and Conklin in the slot. Hall, high right point behind that top of the right circle. Hall got to come in and slam it back down to Belanger. Belanger, cross ice for Conklin. Conklin, top of the left circle, harassed by one. Out to Hall. And then the Winterhawks setting up the box. Over to Belanger. Belanger goes cross ice off the stick of the Winterhawks. Coming in is Conklin. Conklin with a good stick check there. Hit going to be on the defensive side of it now is going to be Hall. Down low. Conklin, top of the right left circle. Chipped out of the zone by Lee. And the Sabres going to have to regroup as Hall sends it over to Krushelnyski. Off of Krushelnyski, leaving it for Hall. Hall behind the net of Hoppy. 36 seconds to go on that Big Sammy's power play. And Hall with a little bit of time and space. Sends a pass all the way out to Belanger. Belanger across the blue line. Lee in tow. Head of the net is Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski tied up and heads in front of the blue paint. Back to Hall. Hall chips it down low for Krushelnyski. Jaden knocked up the puck. Chip past Belanger, collected by Andy Hall. Hall goes over to Conklin. Conklin fires a one-timer. Blocked by the Winterhawks on the far side. Chipped out past Lee. Puck's going to slide out of the zone into the hands of Andy Hall, who pulls it back in front of the Sabre line. Saucer pass to Belanger here at center, and the Sabres go for the line change. Belanger along with Golden and Bolden. Head of the net is Patek. Belanger fires one in over the crossbar, and that's going to be a Belanger power play goal, I think, folks. Let's see at 14:01. It is a power play goal for Belanger. That is her second of the contest. 12:28 on the board here in period number 2. And we are leading 3-0 as we take this one back out to center ice. It'll be Molnar, King, and Golden. Blue liners are going to be Pape and G from right to left. King on your draw, wins it over to G. G back to Pape. Pape slams one forward to Golden. Golden right at center, cut off by the Winterhawks. Coming in is King. King picks a pocket, right in hash marks. She pulls it down to the right wing corner. Hanging on to is going to be Dillon. She's put into the wall. Golden now on the defensive side of it. Trying to stick, lift it up. Puck is still batting out as King. Trying to push it forward is Golden. Coming in is going to be Golden, still hammering at it. Picked up here by Molnar. Molnar one hands it over to Pape. Pape right plant, walks the line like Johnny Cash to the high slot. Fires a shot. Pad save in the left wing corner by the goaltender. Pitching in is G. G to Golden. Golden going to work down the left wing corner. Cut off by Molnar. Molnar left wing hash mark. Circles it back down low for Juliana. Number 9 behind the net. Going to work. One hand on the wall, one on a stick. She comes away with the win of the board battle. Down behind the net. She curls back here, reversing the ice. Right, left to right. Golden poke tricked away. Picks back up the loose change. Try to get it over to Pape. Golden coming in, bounce off the puck. Monaco comes in. She's going to pounce it loose. Coming in is Pape. Getting on the defensive side of it is going to be Elena. It's going to be the Monaco girls on deep. Broken up by Elena and Gianna. The puck slides in the right wing corner for Pape. Pape on the far side, right hash marks off the stick of Elena. That puck's going to slide, bouncing around all the way down into the right wing corner. Slowed up, no icing. Waved off Monaco on the forecheck into the left corner. Back throw for Field. Field in the left wing corner now. Monaco heads back into the corner. Towards the front of that is Ligda. Field, top of the right circle now, coming around, hanging on to it. Down in the corner, cycles it back to the top of the circle for Ligda. Ligda to the right face of it. Fires a shot over the net in the left wing corner. Bounces all the way out of the zone. It goes into the hands of Josie Vernig. 2-7. Hall here. Slides it right up towards Field. In the zone it goes for Ligda. Ligda and Cinquino trapping right and left. Tommy C going to pick it up in the left wing corner. Hanging on to it, comes down and chips it up to the left point for Vernig. 10:45 to go. Vernig over to Hall, right point. Hall, a little spinorama behind the back pass to Ligda here in the right wing corner. Right hash marks, Ligda back to Hall. Hall goes D to Vernig, who fires a shot. Rebound out front for Tommy C, and it's swatted away by the Winterhawks. 10:30 to go. Winterhawks pushing it up the zone. Conklin gets onto the ice. Little blocker saved there by Hoppy, and it's loose change picked up by Hall. Hall to Tommy C. Out of the zone it goes. Cinquino on a foot race versus 2. Tommy C. pushes it inside the zone. Met by the Winterhawks. Kept in here by Patak. Cinquino picks it up, tried to send one over to Patak. She's hip checked off the puck. Puck is loose to the blue line. Kept in by Hall, who fires a one-timer, a little bit of clapper. Short one there. All the way in the right wing corner. Vernig seals up the wall. Chip past Patak. Conklin gets on it. Pape picks up the loose change. And Pape goes all the way across ice, bouncing puck for Cinquino. Loose change into the zone. It goes for the Winterhawks. Sabres pick it up at center. It's going to be Cinquino, top left circle, try to send one to MC. MC fires a shot, rebound out front, and it's smothered by the Winterhawks goaltender at 9:45 as MC was looking for the rebound, trying to stuff one in. Left wing circle face-off in the offensive zone for the Maroon Marauders. Conklin heads to the slot. Cinquino on the half wall, Patak at center. Blue liners are going to be Pape and Krushelnyski. Face-off won by the Winterhawks. Left to right here to the near side. Breaking it out right in front. Goes cross ice into the hands of Pape at center. Pape over to Krushelnyski. Jaden gets the center. Sends one in deep past Conklin. Ringing around from right to left behind the net of the Winterhawks. Coming in as Patak and Cinquino to cut it off. Cinquino with the interception. Try to get it to Conklin. She's pinned in as the puck went off the stick behind the net for Patak now. 3 maroon jerseys down low. It gets into Conklin. Conklin fires one low. Pad saved by the goaltender as Cinquino came in for the second look. And the goaltender smothered it. She got off her stick and pads and got a good look there. 9:19 to go here in period number 2. And the Sabres go for the line change. Up front, Belanger at center. Golding right behind Belanger and Charlotte Lee in the slot. Pape and Krushelnyski on D. Coming in as Belanger or Golding trying to get that puck off the draw there. Charlotte's going to keep it in here right in front of us. Picked up by Pape, who pins it in. Golding gets on the defensive side covering the blue line. Belanger bouncing out here about 15 feet off the boards. That center is going to be Krushelnyski circling like a shark. It's going to be Lee in a 3-on-2 battle with Pape. Golding comes in, slammed out of the zone by the Winterhawks. That puck's going to slide all the way down in the left wing corner by the Zamdors. Krushelnyski dragging, curling, and skating left to right. Cut off by the Winterhawks. Focheck. Into the slot it goes. Picked up by the Winterhawks. Knocked off the puck by Pape. Sent back in the left wing corner here for Golding. Golding trying to get over to Lee. She does, or Belanger rather. Belanger pushing it up the ice. She makes a move around the defender. And it's going to go all the way in the right wing corner for Charlotte Lee. Lee held on, pushes the girl into the wall. Belanger gets on the offensive side of it. 3-on-2 battle here on the half wall, won by the Winterhawks as they had numbers. Out of the zone and in the hands of Vernig, though. Vernig going to come right back up the boards inside the zone. She goes right wing corner, hanging on to it. 8:22 to go. Vernig's got Golding covering D. Golding fires a shot into the shin guards as she tried to from the left point. Belanger gets one out of the zone. Winterhawks get one out of his own past Belanger. It'll be Monaco to Vernig. Vernig going to carry it in. Right point. Vernig spins back and sends it in the right wing corner for Belanger. Belanger on the defensive side of it tries to push the defender off of it, and it's swung out to the far side, off the stick of Golding. Coming in is going to be Molnar now. Thrown back behind the net by the Winterhawks. They're trying to break it out here to the near side, pushing it up towards Vernig, all the way past Gianna, all the way to the right wing corner. Going to be collected by G. 7:48 to go. G wraps around here to the near side. Golding going to have to come trucking to get it along with Vernig. Left wing hash marks. Golding pushes one out of the zone. Finally, it's going to be collected by the Winterhawks. Pulling it back, you go bouncing right past Juliana. It's King on the forecheck along with Molnar now trapping at center. Stepping up is going to be Vernig, bouncing puck in front of the penalty boxes. Offensive side is King, knocked loose by Golding. Golding pulling it back in front of her own Sabre blue line. Out of the zone, picked up here by Molnar, who sends one in front of the Sabre benches. Slammed up forward by Molnar. Golding going to be on the forecheck now to left wing corner. And the Winterhawks swinging around here to the near side. Dylan King on the defensive side of it. Shoved forward the boot stone by the Winterhawks, collected by King, who throws it right back the other way. Behind the net of the Winterhawks, it's Golding on the forecheck. Golding finishes the body check. No call on that one. Winterhawks trying to break it out, and here they go. Knocked loose by Field. Back in the hands of the Winterhawks in front of Krushelnyski and Hall. Jaden picks up in front of the Winterhawk bench. He's going to send one past the snow pile all the way in the left wing corner. Collected by Elena. Elena cycles it back for Ligda. Ligda's got Field in front of the blue paint. Can't get it to her. She's trapped by two. And the Winterhawks swinging over here to the near side. Hall comes pinching in hard. Right wing hash marks. Digs it out of the boards. Sends it back for Monaco. Monaco shoves it down low for Ligda. Ligda looking for the give and go to Monaco. No go. Couldn't get it to her. Ligda going behind the net now. Right to left. Monaco in support. Gets it to Field. Monaco heads in front of the blue paint. Field comes all the way across the slot. Now cuts back to the outside. Into the left wing hash marks now. Monaco comes down behind the goal line. Field hangs onto it, sends it to the point for Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski to Hall. Hall tries to fire the one-timer. Blocked by the Winterhawks. Picked up here by Ligda on the right wing hash marks. Monaco comes in, forces the Winterhawks to go behind the net. Into the hands of Jocelyn Field, left wing corner. Field hanging onto it now. Dragging it over, left wing hash marks. Towards Ligda. Out comes Tommy C. Back in the hands of Ligda. Tommy C heads to the net. High F3 into the slot. Puck is loose, bottom left wing corner for the Winterhawks. 6 minutes to go here in the period. Sauced out. No, it was not sauced out. Blocked by Field in the right wing corner. Field shoves one out to the right point for Hall now. Hall bounces out, sends it back to Field. Field right face off that, toe drags around, looks to fire a shot off the stick of the defender and out of play. It goes over the netting at 5:47 here in the second period. Sabres go for the wholesale change. Make that, 80% change as Tommy C stays on the ice. It'll be Patak and Conklin up front. It'll be Pape and G on D. Face off the right wing circle. Gianna on the left point. Emma right. Conklin on the half wall and Tommy C in the slot. Nora Patak at center. Patak on your draw. One cleanly back to Pape. Pape bounces out, tries to throw it into the corner. Off the shin guards of the Winterhawks. Collected back by Pape. Pape over to G. G up the ice right away to Conklin. Conklin pushing it into the corner. She's going to get run off the puck. Loose change for the Winterhawks. Winterhawks breaking out here to the near side. Fast and furious up the boards they go. Cut off by Patak, though. They couldn't get it on his own. Chinquino and Conklin come to join the fray. 3-on-3 battle right in front of us. Puck skirts out of the zone into the hands of Pape. Pape going to go over to G. G at center. Sends one towards Conklin. She tips one into the corner. And MC goes for the line change. Chinquino behind the net. Here comes Patak. picking the pocket, robbing her in broad daylight, folks. Out to the point for G. G over to Pape. Pape fires and fans on the one-timer. Here to the near side for Tommy. Chinquino sends it back down low. Boulding on the forecheck now. Belanger makes her way out of the ice. Winterhawks having a hard time clearing it. 5 minutes to go. Looking like they need a line change, folks. It's going to be back up here. Poke check by Pape. Picked back up by the Winterhawks, and they'll get the much-needed line change in front of G. Top of the right, so firing a shot. Blocked by Gianna. Into the corner for Eva Belanger, who one hand's over here to Pape. Pape towards Boulding. Boulding collects. Boulding across the blue line, chips one forward to Belanger. Here comes Eva, number 13, going to work. Puck protection, bottom of the right circle. Tries to fire a shot, blocked by the Winterhawks. Back in the hands of Belanger, who shoves into the point for Vernig. Vernig to Hall. Hall walking it in, top of the right circle to the slot side. Fires a shot over the net in the left wing corner. It's up and it's good. Belanger over to Vernig. Vernig back to Belanger, shoving it down behind the goal line. Here comes Charlotte Lee. Here comes Siri Boulding picking up the loose change now. So Boulding fires one low. Pad save, Juicy into the rebound. Into the slot, but nobody home for the Sabres. Hall patiently waiting, sends one down in the corner for Boulding. Boulding leaves it for Lee. Lee shoved off the puck, but Belanger collects the loose change. Centering pass, looking for the middle of the blue paint there. Directed away by the netminder of NAHA. And they carried out his own pass. Hall cut off by Boulding, but slammed into the zone by the Winterhawks. Loose change at just under 4 minutes to go here by Vernig. Vernig, left wing hash mark, sends it to Boulding. Boulding across the Sabre line, chips one to King. Puck's going to slide all the way down. It's going to be Dylan King, right wing corner versus two, trying to shove one behind the net. Picked up by the Winterhawks, right to left. Molnar gets a piece of it, slowed up for Golden. Golden, left wing hash mark, drops it to Molnar. Molnar into the high slot, back to Golden. Off her skates, top of the left circle. Naha going to chip it out of his zone. Stepping up is Hall. Hall goes cross ice for Golden. Golden across the blue line. Here comes Juliana. Fires a shot just wide left. Far side rebound for Hall. Hall left point over to Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski walks and fires. Stick save into the left wing corner, just missing Molnar as she got a piece of it. Boy, she was looking for that one-timer rebound as she was crashing off that left post. Picked up by Krushelnyski, who sends one back in. Sabres still controlling. Into the corner, Golden going to push the girl off with puck, and no call on that either. Dylan King coming in. It'll be knocked loose for Juliana. Juliana holding on to it, looking for support. Here comes Molnar now, the 2-on-2 50-50 battle with 2:56 to go. Trying to dig it out is going to be the Winterhawks. She gets on the offense side, loose change for Golden. Golden, right in front of the blue paint, fires a shot, saved by the goaltender. Back in front by Field, and another save by the goaltender at 2:45 to go here in the second. Face-off goes to the right wing circle, and the Sabres complete the change. It'll be Monaco and Ligda flanking Lee. Blue liners are going to be Krushelnyski and Pape. Monaco in the slot, Ligda on the half wall. Field looking to get that one. She's getting booted from the draw. And she makes her way over to the half wall. Ligda coming in now. Ligda wins one towards the net. It's going to be smothered by the goaltender as Monaco and Field come to put pressure on the Tendy. Your lineup stays the same. Field makes her way back to the face-off circle now. Face-off won by Field. Field to Krushelnyski, collects it. Krushelnyski, top of the right circle, over to Ligda, looking to fire the one-timer, blocked by the Winterhawks. Offside will be the call, carried out of the zone, but it's picked off by Monaco into the hands of Pape. Pape back to Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski hits Monaco. Monaco hits center, cut off by one. She didn't like getting knocked off the puck and gave a couple of whacks there at that girl. And it's back into the hands of the Sabres, though, as Ligda punches one forward. Monaco on the forecheck. Left wing side. Monaco cuts it off. Back out to Ligda. Ligda back to Pape. Pape down to Ligda. Monaco at the blue line. She goes for the line change. Headed out there now will be Tommy C. Chipped out of zone finally by the Winterhawks, and to be picked up by Krushelnyski in front of the Winterhawk benches, who sends one sauced into the hands of Tommy Chinquino, who gloved it down there right in front of the benches. And Tommy C pushing it forward, but the Winterhawks pick her pocket, and it's back in the hands of NAHA. NAHA out to neutral zone, collected by Krushelnyski, and they're just playing position here. It's going to be 3-on-1. It's going to be Ligda from Chinquino trying to go off the back door to Field. Nice play broken up by the stick of the defender of the Winterhawks at 1:40 to go here in the period. Monaco blows a tire there, right there at the point. Not sure what happened there. Here the Winterhawks coming up 3-on-2 in front of Vernig and G. Drops it top of the left circle towards Monaco. Centering pass broken up by Vernig. Vernig trying to get it to Chinquino. She does off the shin guards of the Winterhawks. Into the zone, it goes for Conklin. Conklin comes in. She gloved it down, but thrown out of the zone by the Winterhawks. Loose change back towards Patak. Patak to Conklin. Winterhawks pick it up 2-on-2 in front of Vernig and G. Firing a shot. Glove saved by Addie Hoppy at 1:11 to go here in the period. Shot coming from almost the tops of the circles, but right in the middle in the high danger area. And Addie Hoppy all over it with the glove save. Face-off goes back into the left wing circle to the right of Hoppy's blocker. Looking for the one-timer shot. Period. Saved by Hoppy on the far side for Cinquino. Coming in is Vernig along with Patak. Gianna in front of that. Conklin coming around here to the high slot. Back to Forza shot. Blocker saved by Hoppy into the left wing corner. Picked up here by Patak. Lose it for G. G over to Vernig. Vernig far side. Little bouncer off the glass towards Tommy C. Out of the zone collected by the Winterhawks. 49 seconds to go. Winterhawks regrouping here to the near side. Pulling it back inside their zone now. Right wing side. Chip pass MC out of the zone. Going to be collected by G. G going to get it and slams one right back in behind the net. Swatted away by the goaltender. Here to the near side, Conklin puts a piece of it, but it's the Winterhawks breaking it out, but it's cut off by Lee. Lee bashes one in off the boards. Coming in is on the defensive side is going to be Belanger picking up the slot. Fires a shot, no rebound given at 25.4 seconds to go here in this period. I tell you folks, anything remotely close to this goaltender where she can smother it, she is not giving up any second look rebound chances for the Sabres. Nice job, number 30. It'll be Lee on your face-off. Belanger in the slot, Bolding just at the top of that right circle towards the slot side. Hall and Krushelnyski on D. And the face-off won by the Winterhawks. Trying to get it out of the zone, they do. Bouncy puck knocked down by Hall out of midair. Nice hand-eye coordination by number 7. It's going to be Belanger hacking and whacking into the right wing corner, left wing corner. The Winterhawks breaking it out on the far side. Knocked down by Krushelnyski. Going to send one off the glass. Belanger got to touch it up, and we're good. Winterhawks coming right back the other way. Off of skates in the neutral, collected by number 7, Andy Hall. And that is the end of the second period. So at the end of 2, it'll be the Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 3 and the NAHA Winterhawks 0 as we head to the second intermission. This second intermission brought to you by Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. Fireball, ignite tonight. At least that's what it says on the bottle anyway. And this intermission is going to be the ice cut intermission. So, go get yourself a cup of coffee. It's afternoon out here in Boston, so you can have yourself a beer. Enjoy the intermission, folks. Welcome back, folks. It's the final frame here at Canton Ice House in Canton, Massachusetts, just outside of Boston. Your starting lineup here for Coach Ellie's squad in the third. Elena Monaco along with Jocelyn Field and Brooklyn Ligda up front. Vernig and G on D. Hoppy has the net. 15 minutes are on the clock to get this final frame underway, and the Maroon Marauders are working from right to left if you're listening on the radio. All in on the left wing corner by the Zambers. It's going to be Monaco on the forecheck. Right to left, tied up by Ligda. Puck slides on the right wing corner for Field. Field trying to send one back, little Ligda. Intercepted by the Winterhawks. Going to bounce one out to the right point in front of G. 3-on-2 in front of Hall, in front of G and Vernig. High right point, comes in, Tyler, it's really good for Vernig. Trying to drop pass in front of Monaco. Gets a hold of the Vernig, or Winterhawks. Firing his shot is going to be the Winterhawks. Down behind the net, Vernig going to pin him in. It's Vernig versus 2. Here comes Field for the support, but the Winterhawks centering pass up front. Shot blocked by Ligda, saved by Hoppy. Back in the hands of Vernig now. Vernig the Ligda on the far side. Monaco comes trucking up the ice into the hands of the Winterhawks. It goes Ligda try to bounce one to Elena. And it's going to be Monaco, the lone forechecker now as the Sabres go for the change. Here, left wing Hasbrook. Monaco gets on it, sends one back behind the net. Coming in is going to be Dylan King along with Golden on the forecheck now. Monaco hustling, hightailing it back to the bench. It's going to be the Winterhawks in front of Krushnitsky. She drops it at the blue line, picked up by Golden. Golden in front of center, now in front of their own Winterhawk line, top of the right. She fires a shot. Blocked by the Winterhawks here to the near side. Dylan King slowly dragging it out here to the point. Knocked up in the air, a little Gorbatenko flip by Hall. Intercepted by the Winterhawks on the far side. Just across the blue line, puck's going to slide, though it stopped. It was held up maybe by a wet spot there right in front of the Sabre benches. Winterhawks fire one in, and it's blocked by Krushelnyski. Hall chips it out to the point. Gloved or knocked down by the Winterhawks, back in the hands of Hall. Hall behind Krushelnyski to Golden. Golden hits the brakes in front of her own blue line. Now pushes it up here to the near side. A little sauce across to Andy Hall. Andy Hall walking it in. Left side, fires a shot. Pad save in front of the blue paint. And smothered by the tendy of the Winterhawks at 13:21 to go here in period number 3. Face-off goes into the left wing circle. Conklin and Cinquino flanking Patak right and left. Pape and G on D from left to right. Monaco high in front of that blue line there by about 4 or 5 feet. Patak goes down, but she chips one, a little 9-iron shot back behind the net. Into the right wing corner for Conklin. Conklin, right corner. Try to cycle one for Cinquino. Cinquino, Patak for the give and go to the point for Pape. Pape fires a clapper. No rebound given by the Winterhawk goaltender at 13:06. Nice little play by him. I'm going to read that and slide into the slot. Little short slap shot. 13:06 to go here in the third. And it's going to be Patak at center. Cinquino on the half wall. Conklin in the slot. Pape and G on D from the left to right once again. Patak wins it cleanly to Pape. Pape walking it in. Fires back left corner for Conklin now. Sabres control it. Down in the corner for Patak. Patak to Cinquino. Cinquino shoved off the puck. Winterhawks trying to dump it down behind the net and go the other way, but it's cut off by the Sabres. And it's going to be Conklin and Patak trapping left and right in front of the Zamdors. Conklin now pinned in. Cinquino coming in for support along with Patak. It's 3 Sabres versus 2 Winterhawks. Sabres got numbers. Winterhawks win the battle. Pushing it up the ice in front of Pape and G. 3-on-2. Chip past Pape. Into the right wing corner. Monaco in a foot race. Monaco comes down low. She gets pinned into the wall. Bouncing loose in the left corner. Tried to center pass. Blocked by Patak. Patak to Conklin. Conklin up to Tommy C. Into the hands of the Winterhawks. They're going to throw one right back the other way. Going to be slowed up by Hoppy. Left for G. G behind the net. Over to Pape. Off her stick to Conklin. Conklin tips one out to the blue line. Kept in by the Winterhawks. Knocked down by Conklin. Picked back up by Pape. She pushes it and sends one over here to Belanger, who drags one forward across the Winterhawk line. Toe drags around. Left side fires a shot. It's going to be a Belanger goal. Top shelf where Mama hides the cookies at 12:05. Let's see if we catch the replay on that one, folks. It's going to be Pape to Belanger. She comes in. Nice toe drag. Comes in and chips one over the goaltender. Belanger with the Hattie at 12:05. And it's 4-0, folks. That would be Belanger from Pape with a couple of apples there to Belanger. Your lineup is going to be Bolding along with Belanger and Lee. The coach from NAHA wants the slashing call. He did not get it. And it's going to be Hall out to Bolding. Bolding out towards the lead. Cut off by the Winterhawks into the zone. Back into the hands of Hall. Hall the lead now. Dropping it back to Vernig. Vernig goes to the lead. Hall. Hall back to Josie. Josie right up the ice. Nice puck play there by the Sabres. It's going to be Lee sends it into the corner for Belanger. Belanger tries to slap one out to Bolding right away. And it's smothered by the Winterhawks defender. and chip back here to the near side. Winterhawks going to work against Vernig. Vernig gets to it, chops it loose for Lee. Lee sends one down behind the goal line. Winterhawks going against Belanger, and they swing it off to the far side. Pinching in is Andy Hall. Collected by the Winterhawks, trying to little shot out of the zone there high into the air. Ends the left wing corner for Josie Vernig on the forecheck is one lone Winterhawk. Vernig over here to Lee. Lee bringing it back in, right wing face-off dot here to the near side. Sauce is all the way out to Ligda. Ligda's got Field going in. Ligda, Field in support. Here comes the one-man wrecking crew as F3. Picked back up by Field. Poke check loose by the Winterhawks over to the far side. Kept in by Krushelnyski. Bouncing at the blue line. Punched in by Monaco. Glove down by Ligda. Picked up by Field. Field comes with the loose change. Chimo Hawk puck protection. Top free by the Winterhawks. And the Sabres are going to have to regroup. Pape coming in. She had Ligda on the far side. Didn't get it to her. Off the skates of Field. Picked back up by the Winterhawks. And it's going to be Naha. Throws it into the hands of Pape. Pape turns around over to Monaco. Just passed her out of the zone. Collected by the Winterhawks. Ligda comes in. Forced her to throw it away to Krushelnyski. Off of Krushelnyski's stick towards Hoppy. And we'll get a whistle at 10:25 to go here in the third. Face-off going to go to the left wing circle, I believe. Yep, to the right of Hoppy's blocker. It will be G on the half wall. Field on your draw, winning it back down low to G. G over to Vernig here to the near side. Monaco, the one-man wrecking crew coming down low. So the Monaco girls make it up 40% of the lineup right now. Backhanded up in the air down on the right wing corner. Coming in is Field. Vernig doing a great job there, just keeping that puck on that near side left wing, right wing corner. Let's get out towards Monaco. Looks to block a shot. Tipped by the Winterhawks and Field. Swatted towards the blue paint. Coming in is going to be Winterhawks. Saved by Hoppy. Rebound swatted away by Monaco. Monaco couldn't get it out of the zone, but it's back in the right wing corner. Vernig coming in now. Winterhawks got the ice tilted in their favor here. Down on the goal line, centered pass intercepted by Elena, who's going to bounce one out of the boards to the right point. Kept in by the Winterhawks, and it's going to trickle out of zone. Lig down the forecheck. Winterhawks throw it into their own zone. Their defender's going to truck all the way in the right wing corner to get it as the Sabres go for the line change. Here comes Ligda. Now she backs up blue pin in front of the blue paint. Dylan King along with Molnar out there. Krushelnyski slams one back in the right wing corner. King comes down low on the forecheck. Molnar trapping left. And the Winterhawks break it up right at the middle. Here they go. King picks her pocket. It's a robbery in broad daylight, folks. Down on the right wing corner for King. King fires a shot just in front of the blue paint. Swings it off here to the near side. Rebound collected by the Winterhawks. Pushing it up the ice in front of Hall. Sauced inside the zone. Dumping it in and going for the change of the Winterhawks. Slowed up by Hoppy. Picked up by Krushelnyski, who sends one off the back of the net. And it's collected by Hall. Broken stick, Dylan King. Sauced out of the zone here to Molnar. She's going to tip it inside the zone. It'll be an icing if it gets there. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 8:57 to go here in the third. Face-off goes into the right wing circle. Coach Ellie goes for the line change. Attack. Her wingers are Conklin and Tommy Little 5. Krushelnyski and Hall on D. Tommy C and Hall along with MC, and I'm sorry, with Krushelnyski in the I formation there right in front of Hoppy. MC going to come out to the right point now. Winterhawks going to work against Conklin and Patak. Patak going to cut it off. Loose change down low for Hall. Hall dragging it forward. Chips one to Patak. There's two girls on it from the Winterhawks. Hall picking up. Puck poke checked by the Hawks. Pick back up. They've got no one in front. In front of the slot. Blocked by Krushelnyski. Nice defensive play by number 4. Krushelnyski sends one out of his zone right into the hands of the Winterhawks. Are going to regroup. Pulling it back. Conklin on the forecheck now. Tipped inside the zone by the Winterhawks. And the loose change collected by Patak. Patak going to bounce one behind Hoppy. Picked up here by Krushelnyski, left wing corner. She pulls it around. A little bit of time and space is going to be JK. And it's over to Cinquino on the far side. Tommy C pushing it up, trickling out of the zone in front of the Sabre benches. Patak going to collect it, throws it past, tipped by MC. No icing, waved off in the right wing corner. Winterhawks trying to wrap around. Belanger cuts it off at center. She kept it in. Eva going to work, chips it down low for Cinquino, trying to center pass out to G at the right point. Blocked by the Winterhawks. Here they're coming out of the zone. Cinquino trying to cut off that cross-ice pass, and she does. The puck is loose for Pape. Pape trying to chip one out to the far side. She blows a tire, takes the girl down. No tripping call. Puck is loose for Siri Bolding, who sends one into the right corner. Inside the Winterhawk zone, they go D to D far side. Lee cuts it off. 2 on, 3 on 2 the other way. Back checking is Belanger in front of G. Top of the left circle, up off the glass behind the net of Hoppy, ramping around here to the near side. Spinning dime puck picked up by the Winterhawks. Out to the point, cut off by an interception by Lee. Lee out to Bolding. Bolding calling out his own. Monaco joins the rush. Siri goes in. Offside should be the call. No call. Firing a shot just wide left, picked up by Lee. There was a couple of Sabres offsides on that one, folks. down behind the goal line. It's going to be picked up here by Bolding along with Lee and Belanger. The puck is on inside the pants of Bolding, I believe at 7-11. Make a wish here in the third period. And the Sabres go for a change. Headed out there now will be, let's see, Ligda along with Field and Elena Monaco. Blue liners are going to be Vernig and Hall. Field on your draw, won it back to Hall. Hall over to Vernig, left point. Hall walking it in, top of left circle, sends one down looking for Monaco on a tip in. Down behind the net, Monaco ties it up, leaves the puck for Field here to the near side. Field back to Vernig. Vernig bounces out to the point, firing a shot off the shin guards. Nice block by number 44. Back behind the net, Monaco getting on the defensive side of it. Pins it in, loses the right wing circle for Ligda. Throw from NAHA goes down. Monaco gets back on the defensive side of it. Now 2-on-1 battle. Monaco and Ligda trying to trap it and drag it into the corner for Ligda. Ligda sends one in front of the blue paint. Nobody home for the Sabres. Picked up by Vernig. Vernig back down low for Field. Field left wing circle gets bodied off the puck for the Winterhawks, and here they come the other way. Chip pass Hall. Hall going to pick it up. Top left circle in front of Hoppy. Sauces one all the way out of the zone into the hands of Field. Field trying to touch past the Ligda back to Field. Field going to carry it across. Molnar at the blue line here to the near side. Field sends one in deep. Molnar the lone forechecker now. Hall coming over here to the near side trying to catch that. She does. Pins it in just inside the blue line, but the Winterhawks catch the bouncing puck, and here they come the other way. Golden going to trap along the boards. Sauce underneath the stick of Golden, picked up by Hall. Hall behind the net of Hoppy left to right. She hits the brakes and she flies right by. DDD pass to Krushelnyski, sends one out to the left point. Blocked by the Winterhawks. Golden sends one and golfs one out of his own. That's going to go out for icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 5:56 to go here in the third. And the face-off going to go into the left wing circle to the right of Eddie Hoppy. It'll be King on the draw, Golden, Pape, and Molnar in the slot. Krushelnyski on the half wall. Dylan King wins it out to the Winterhawks. High slide, fires a shot. Bouncing puck in the left wing corner was blocked by the Sabres. Coming in is Krushelnyski and King. Puck swings over here to the near side for Pape. Pape a little heads up there. Didn't get all that pass. She was trying to break it out towards Molnar. Finally kicked out of the zone by the Sabres. Puck is bouncing at neutral ice, collected by the Sabres, but sent back in the hands of Jaden Krushelnyski, who backhands one in Jalmerson style, all the way behind the net of the Winterhawks. They reverse the ice, left to right, far side. 5:30 to go. Out to the right point for Krushelnyski. She bounces in and fires a shot. Rebound is left for the defender of the Winterhawks. Tommy C on the forecheck, breaking it out as the Winterhawks right in front of us. Across center they go towards Pape. Pape poke checks it away in the right wing corner. Centering pass broken up by Conklin. Picked up by the Winterhawks. Pad saved by Krushelnyski, swatted away by the Winterhawks. They tried to slide one behind Hoppy and they didn't get it in the net. It's Cinquino and Conklin 2-on-1. Cinquino, Sauce is trying to get it to Conklin. Swatted away by the defenders of the Winterhawks, and they pick up the loose change. Patak now on the forecheck. The forward from the Winterhawks lost it into the corner. Tommy C comes in, knocks it loose, and the puck slides to the far side for MC. Conklin going to work, leaves it for Cinquino. Cinquino fighting through the body check, sends it to the point for G. Off her stick, it goes out of the zone. Gianna over to Vernig. Vernig curling back around. Winterhawk girl blows a tire. Back in the hands of G. G to Vernig. Vernig curling back around now. Up off the glass, it goes to Conklin. It's Conklin and Cinquino 2-on-1. Conklin left face-off. That comes and fires a shot. That's going to be a short side goal by Conklin. And at 4:28, it's going to be 5-0. Let's see how this goes. That went up the ice for MC. MC going to fire one in short side. That was going to be Conklin from Vernig and Monaco at 4:20 here in period number 3. It is 5-0, folks. Make our way back out to center ice. Coach Ellie talking to the referee. And going for the line change here. Not sure what's happening, but your lineup out there will be Cinquino along with Patak and Conklin. Blue liners going to be Monaco and Vernig. Face off won by the Winterhawks, but gets shoved right back in the hands of G. G to Vernig. Vernig up the ice to Tommy C. And the Winterhawks sent it right back out of the zone to Vernig. Defenseman playing catch with it. Up the ice. Vernig to Tommy Littlefy. Picked off by the Winterhawks. Coming back here to the near side. Chip towards Tommy C. She keeps it in. Throws it down to the left wing corner by the Zamdors. And it's going to swing off left to right. Picked up by the Winterhawk deep. Off the shin guards of Conklin. That puck went over the net in front of the slot there. Nobody home from the Sabres as they went for the line change. It'll be Monaco 1-on-1. Belanger going to step up there. Here to the near side. Winterhawks trying to get on it. Charlotte Lee gonna pin it up in the air. She had a girl's stick tied up, and Charlotte just kicks it forward and muscles it out of the zone. Into the zone, left wing here to the near side. Finally swatted out by the Winterhawks. Picked up by Bolding. Bolding right back the other way. No icing as it was waved off. It's going to be Belanger on the forecheck. Belanger wins the race. She drags over the right side, sends it over to Charlotte Lee. Lee back into the corner for Belanger. Bolding in front of the blue paint. Sent forward, tipped by Bolding, saved by the goaltender. Picked up by Hall. Hall knocks it down, sends a glove down by Charlotte Lee. We're going to get a hand pass. And at 3:25 here in the third period, we'll get a face-off outside the zone, all the way down actually. Nope, he's going to bring it right in front of us. I thought he motioned all the way down. I was like, okay. That's just outside the zone right in front of us. Charlotte Lee, Belanger, and Bolding. Blue liners are going to be Hall and Krushelnyski. And it's going to be Andy Hall. Top of the right circle, inside her own zone to Hoppy. DD pass to Krushelnyski. Jaden up towards Lee. Lee catches it, got one on her. Lee coming and breaks it in left wing side. Belanger for support. Bolding has the net. Charlotte Lee maintaining control. Top of the circle, cycles it for Krushelnyski. Bottom of the circle, fires a shot off the face mask of the netminder, who smothers it on the rebound. She directed it right down in front of her at 3:03 to go here in the third. Face off back in the right wing circle in the offensive zone for the Sabres. That'll be the one-man wrecking crew, Field and Ligda up front. Hall and Krushelnyski on D. Coming in is going to be Ligda. Ligda to Hall, left point. Over to Krushelnyski, fires a one-timer, tipped by Monaco. Rebounded here to the near side, back in the hands of Ligda. Ligda back to Hall. Hall lost it off her stick, sends one back to Ligda, left wing hash marks. Monaco going to come in, sends it down low for Field. Off of Jocelyn's stick, far side. Krushelnyski pinching in, trying to seal up the wall. She does. Knocked down off her skates. Trying to spin back from behind out to the blue line, knocked down by Monaco. And Elena's going to pull it out of the zone and drops it for Hall. Hall right back to the way for Ligda. Ligda touches one in the zone. It's going to be Elena Monaco on the forecheck. Monaco with the stick check in the left wing corner. Winterhawks tipping out to the left point, picked in by Hall. Hall's going to fire one off a shin guard. And here they're coming in a 2-on-2. But the Winterhawk forward did not have good control of it. And it was picked off. But now it'll be the Winterhawks once again. Top of the right circle into the slot. Play broken up here by the Sabres. Field out to the left point, kept in by the Winterhawks. Coming over is going to be Ligda. Fires a shot, glove saved by Hoppy at 2:10 here in the third. Face-off going to go to the left wing circle in the offensive zone for the Winterhawks. And the Sabres complete the line change. It'll be Golden along with King and Molnar up front. Pape and G on D. It goes Golden, Pape, then Molnar in the slot. G on the half wall. King on your draw. Face off, one by King to G. G going to wrap it around here to the near side for Molnar. Molnar right point, little chip over the glass in the defender. Kick forward by Golden. Golden goes down and pops the puck loose for Molnar. Molnar fires a shot off the stick of the defender in the right wing corner. Rebounded out to the right wing hash marks. Molnar backing up along with G off the stick of King. Puck is loose inside the Sabre zone. Chopped at by Pape. Picked back up by the Winterhawks. Pape going to take her in the right wing corner. King comes in for support now. It's going to be King along the board. Sends it forward to Golden. Golden and Molnar on the rush here. Monaco and King join in fray. It's going to be Golden, right wing corner. Going down low on the right by the goal line. Sent out to the right point. Picked up by the Winterhawks. 2-on-2. Now in front of Pape. 1-on-2. In front of Pape. Poke check by G in the left wing corner. Gianna going to come down low and get it. 86 seconds remaining here in the contest. Out towards Molnar right point. Molnar pushes one forward to Golden. In front of the referees in the penalty boxes. Golden gets back on the puck. Picked up by the Winterhawks. Pulling it inside their own zone. They go D to D. Cinquino on the forecheck now at 1:12. Tossed out of the zone by the Winterhawks. It's going to go down for an icing. And at 1:06 remaining here in the ballgame, we're going to bring that one all the way back. Face-off goes into the left wing circle. Your lineup out there now for the Sabres. Cinquino, Patak, and Conklin. Verdig and Hall on D from left to right. Patak wins it to Cinquino, over to Verdig. Verdig left point, sends it into the corner for Conklin. Conklin, sorry, pass for Hall on the back door. And at 59.9 seconds to go here in the third, Andy Hall from Vernig and Conklin, I believe, here in the third. And it is 6-0. As we make our way back out to center ice. Your lineup out there now is going to be Lee, Belanger, and Bolding. Hall and Vernig on D. Belanger wins the faceoff towards Bolding. Bolding had to step it up as Winterhawks came in on it hard. Hall going to send one down behind the net. Belanger going to get to it. Right wing corner centering pass. Blocked by the Winterhawks here to the near side. Bounces it out towards Vernig. Just bouncing, kept in by Vernig. Glover knocked off the shin guards of the Winterhawks. Puck is loose here at center. Winterhawks going to chip one forward towards Vernig. She's going to knock it loose right wing corner. And it's going to be Vernig. D-to-D pass behind the net for Hall. Hall with a little bit of time and space now. Hall behind Hoppy. Left to right, up to Lee. Lee chipping out his own for Belanger. Back to Lee. Lee at center, trying to shove one in the side of the zone. She does. Siri Bolding on the forecheck now. Bolding trapping, puts the girl on the wall, leaves it for Lee. Lee over here to the near side. Swung out past Belanger to Vernig. Vernig back to Belanger. Belanger, bottom of the circle, fires a shot, saved by the goaltender. 12 seconds to go. Bolding on the forecheck now. Winterhawks can push it up on the far side, breaking it out towards Lee. She's going to drag it forward, puck protection style, throwing it in off the stick of Hall. In the left wing corner with 2 seconds to go. Andy Hall hits the brakes, and that sound is the end of the game. Your final score here from Canton Ice House. The Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 6 and the NAHA Winterhawks 0 as we head over to our favorite part of the broadcast, Rockies recap. For the visiting team as far as the scoreboard is concerned, but they are the home team. This is their rink. The NAHA Winterhawks, the lone tally on the score sheet, tripping by number 38 in the second period at 14:01. For the home team, Shattuck St. Mary Sabres, the lone penalty, the one-man wrecking crew, Elena Monaco, number 14, holding in the first at 39.8. Goals scored by your game winner, Elena Monaco, assisted by Josie Vernig at 3:52 in the first. Then it's Eva Belanger with the natural hat trick, assisted by Emma Pape on 2 of them. The other one was a power play goal. She scored at 2:01 in the first, 12:28 in the second, and 12:05 in the third. Then it was Matea Conklin, short-sided, assisted by Josie Vernig and Gianna Monaco. And your final goal scored by Andy Hall, assisted by Josie Vernig and Matea Conklin. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Definitely like the results of this one. And your final score here at Canton Ice House in Massachusetts. The Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 6, the NAHA Winterhawks 0. And as we sign off for the evening, well, before we get to that, I always do this, folks. Your games tomorrow is going to be at 12 p.m. The Sabres take on the BK Selects. And then at 6:50 tomorrow night, it's the Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 16U Quad Squad taking on the Valley Junior Warriors. Those times are Eastern, folks, so for all you folks back in the Midwest, deduct an hour. And as we sign off for the evening, as always, good night, Minnesota Lakers Grandma, wherever you are.